Wings up a little bit inverted, just a hair. Have it trimmed in 2 flights. Just a little bit up inverted. So what's wrong with the way that's flying?
Looks pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. All I do is down tab
And straighten out the elevators if they're still not.
He's even backing up.
Yeah.
He can take a piece of garbage. He's backing up.
Where's Banjock? Yell over and get Banjock over here. See this.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fatten Banjock up to fly that.
That's classic. If that ain't classic legal, then the event ain't legal. I designed it. It has to perform well.
Cut that.
Well, who could you copy it from? I mean, who did you copy? What is it, a Nobler? Come on.
You just blew it up, that's all.
Bullshit.
It looks like a shark on steroids.
This is bigger than the shark ever
First time
was.
I ever saw you fly, you were flying a Super Tiger 60 in the Shark.
I don't know what you guys are. Was that flying well? It's only the 3rd flight. That is terrific.
First time dead.
Really?
Oh, he can fly anything. Let me ask a question. He gonna hit things?
Shouldn't. Hey, why don't you get that Nobler out of the way, or whatever the hell that is up there?
That might be a good idea.
Watch, Les, watch. Oh, Christ, he's gonna get...
Backing up. Watch out, Les. That was an hour. Are there lines on that?
No. Maybe there are, I don't know.
I don't think so.
A little exciting.
Ah, okay.
Man, if he doesn't get an ovation for this flight, then nobody does. Danny, if you're just gonna let him steal a show like this is what we pay you for.
He's been out Banjock.
He's been out Banjocked by Banjock. It goes into the clouds, it's so cool.
That right up towards the little blade.
It just goes right through the clouds and right up. Yay! Woo! All right. Give that man a sweeper t-shirt. We got to get him to stop dressing like he lives in Georgia, though. Derek Fitzgerald.
It just needs a
little tweak.
Yeah.
I mean, it goes into the clouds, out of the
Well,
clouds.
so much for Bob Hunt's theory that only a small airplane looks good in the
Well, I think that looks perfect.
140-foot hemisphere. Look at that. Look at that.
Is this nice? Hey! Woo!
Eric's by the bear. That was one pretty
Like maybe 2 or 3 turns the most. And did you straighten out the elevator? See, one elevator is off.
Yeah.
But that's minor. It's not hurting it. Believe me, it's not hurting it at all. It's just such an excellent design. That's where this quality comes.
Oh, God, listen to this shit. Listen to this shit.
Oh, I wish George Aldrich was here now. Oh, George.
You're gonna put it in the same hole. Is that what it is? He wishes he was too, so don't worry about it.
You were flying cars with what engine were you?
Nah, you didn't go down at all.
Well, I
You
went
got to
down.
turn that turnbuckle like 3-4 times.
Well, I did 2.5.
Oh, you did too? That's got to go a lot
What
more.
did you have in your cars, man?
Super Tiger 60.
This thing flies beautiful.
Isn't
It
that
wasn't
great?
pulling your arm off either.
So what's not to
Why
why?
are you backing up?
What's not to like here?
There's nothing not to
Can you imagine if you got to be my age and you never had a sweeper? I mean, God, it's like not having a parakeet.
What you need to do is get some tape right there. Yeah, I saw it hit when I took off. When you took
Yeah.
off, and when you just need something right there, like a little skid or something like that.
One thing I couldn't tell from the plans was the original, was it this thick? Like,
But the only thing that's different is that it didn't have the flat spot up here, which you see in a bit. But that doesn't matter. It's close enough, believe me. Everybody knows it's a
I
sweeper.
first saw it. I thought it was yours. I thought it was this sweeper.
That's absolutely the star of the show. No question about it.
Plain dirt, not you. I got it up through orange.
You know what I wish I had, but I don't, is an original old sweeper t-shirt. There was some sweeper
I wish
t-shirts.
you did too.
Oh, I don't have them. If I would, I may even get, if I had one, I could get it reproduced.
Yeah.
The AMA, but I don't have one. And it said that the shirt said Team Sweeper, world's largest. It's. Oh man.
What?
Very cool. Very cool. I'm telling you something. You keep thinking it's special if I fly it. You're a better flyer than I'm ever gonna be. And you're young and have good eyes. It looks better when you do it. You know.
Got your name on it, man.
Well, maybe 40 years from now, something will have your name on it if you do it now.
Well, maybe your kids. At one time when we were painting it, I thought about getting decals for the bottom that said Sweeper Technology across the bottom of the wing.
This is Doug Moon's first official. Oop, I just heard one of the combat guys go in. See the combat guys in the back as Doug flies his inverted laps. And here you got, while he's on his level laps, Rich Oliver shooting with his camera. And we'll marry some of that footage in at selected times or at the end, depending on what he gets. I don't know how much we got with this camera, how much with the other camera. And while we're doing this, Les is over at a shotgun tournament, a quarter of a mile down the road, shooting off some shells. Doug Moon, first official. Take a walk down, look at some of the classic things before we go to lunch. Hey, 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 hey.
How you doing?
Here's Walt Brownell's Electric. Larry Scarinzi Blue Angel Electric.
How's he doing?
I'm not too worried about it. What happened? Benet crashed?
Something must have broke. No, something must have broke. I mean, it never even gave a hint of pulling out. What was the
Boy, two of the guys from Brazil crashed within 5 minutes here. That's terrible.
Like the nose still sticking out. Maybe I don't want to fly. They say things come in threes, right? Yeah, I mean, I'm not flying in the air. This is not stopping today. But I got to thinking, I'm like, if I was going to do an unofficial event, I could just Alan's fixing his plane. I told him that he and I'd pull my time machine out, get a couple flights here and do it around. Look at the machine. It's solid. Later. Cave wagons. Cave, for God's sake.
Did you get it on video?
What do you think?
All right, good.
We'll go down and see if we can be of any help here. I don't know if we can. That looks pretty severe. What happened?
Was right there at about 4.5 feet.
The ball link broke?
Yeah.
Let me see that. I've never seen one break like that. I got to be honest. I'm not a ball link guy, but I've never seen one like that break. Wow.
What, just come apart or just?
No, it broke right.
Oh, hell yeah.
Did you ever see one break like that?
No.
And that would be in compression when
I've seen a lot of them break.
he's doing
They
his
break.
blowout.
They break right here. They come out. The thread, all kind of, but never that way.
What's the theory on ball length? Just smoother operating?
Yeah, just because the angles on the
2 years ago,
Yeah.
one of your guys with a
Yeah, so you just
P-47
get smoother
had this come out.
transition
We're-
on control.
let's get home. Let's get back flying.
This,
That's
where
what it
this
is.
is hooked to the
What happened to you? You just couldn't run fast enough.
If you want to leave it,
I took video. I thought you were going to run and catch it, but no, huh?
No,
He couldn't run fast enough. He wasn't. The wind got him too. Got fuel? Oh yeah, it's half
no, it
full of
was a
fuel.
bad plug. I could tell from the sound it was making when you.
Yeah, it was burping. It was
It's a bad plug. It's always a bad plug when they do that.
It's an FP.
I don't know what it is, but it's got half an ounce, 3/4 ounce of fuel in it.
Yeah. Boy, that's 2 in like 5 minutes. Wow.
this one here just covered it.
The ball link one I understand. It's the
What plane was it?
a Caprice. Caprice. I got one.
You got one?
Anytime you hear an engine when you hit the corners and it kind of just makes stop start.
Yeah, it does.
Like it was doing. So they lost the ball lane? The element's going.
It broke. Yeah. It broke. Well,
The Caprice, the engine died at the top of the, coming out of the four-wheel quilter.
but I've seen them break at the end of the threads. I've seen them.
Yeah.
They don't put enough thread in, and they snap out.
They scare me.
But
Ball length?
that, Thomas, to be honest to God, I've never seen that in my whole life. Boy, that is, unless this is a defective one, you know, when they, 1 out of a million that's defective.
Could be.
See, when they injection mold, there's no guarantee. You don't have a bubble or something right there.
Tell there's a void in there.
No, you can't from the outside, inside, and although that looks pretty good. My
Are
God.
these the smaller ones or the bigger ones?
Very small, but should they make them bigger?
I'd pay more.
That's the two weirdest accidents I've seen back to back ever.
All within 10 minutes.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah. That,
I was videotaping Benet flying upside down, and all of a sudden I turn around, boom.
yeah. I mean, the way it went, you know it wasn't him.
No, this Benet's a world-class flyer. He's not going to crash.
That was a beautiful wing over it started.
You know what? It's the shirt, buddy. It's the shirt. The shirt hasn't let you down yet, has it?
Windy. I'm gonna burn these shirts. Just keep these.
Last chance for food, women. Janice, you want any food?
31,
You want food, Elaine?
31, 32. And another 30.
Last call for cheeseburgers.
14.
Last call for women's feeding. The women feeding will be at 1 o'clock. We're being followed around. Look at this. He's following us around like a detective. My wife's right there. Guess what? Somebody else fed her before. I saved all this money. I could buy some more fuel.
There you go.
On our way to get Bob Brookins lunch. Brookins, you're a tough act to follow. Now we just went to McDonald's, and Alan Goff's wife wrote a book, and in the book is this McDonald's, which has.
It has the only original remaining sign standing in the world.
That's original.
That's original.
Wow.
1952, somewhere back in that.
They got
in that area.
okay. There's a sign in the McDonald's that's the original tiles. They have the tiles.
Right.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's the only one.
It's very cool. Brookins, we've been told to fatten you up with McDonald hamburgers.
Okay.
Looks like we're doing a good job too.
One I need right here.
This one's mine?
No, yeah, that was yours. Here.
Well, did you win yet? Is the shirt still working?
Shirt is still working, Wendy.
So far?
So far, the shirt is still working.
You know,
We're gonna turn him into an atheist here.
You already did.
that maneuver cost him the landing points.
Did it?
Yes.
You're still in first?
Because the judges felt that he didn't have two level laps before the landing.
Who? No.
The wind flew with my airplane when he was done.
Benet?
When he finished the clover, he started flying like that, you know, very high.
Right.
Yeah.
It's true.
Going upwind.
Okay.
And killed the engine like that. And then he did 3 loops in the wind
Okay, hold
and
on.
landed it.
Oh, but he didn't have 2 level laps.
Didn't have 2 level laps.
Oh, the old Brazil 2-step.
But it wouldn't have mattered. He scored a 435. If he'd have gotten 35 points for landing, he would have had 470, and he's still 18 points behind Buddy.
Okay, and Buddy's still in the lead. But you know the thing is with the shirt, he's got my shirt on. Now, the way this works, I just happen to have another shirt with me,
That was silly.
which might be for sale at double the price. So
we're
at NASCAR prices, you know, when the guy wins the race, the shirt's worth more.
Maybe you want to wear the shirt.
Maybe I ought to wear that one, just take that one off.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people to fly, but I don't think anybody's going to be the 488 this afternoon.
Let's just wait and see, 'cause that's what Rob's done. Okay, that's 15 minutes. What do you have there?
Charlie Reeves is 3, right? You got 3 more?
Charlie Reeves is about the same as I am.
Charlie's 3. 3 more? Because I want to record his flight.
Yeah, he's 1, 2, 3.
Okay. Cool.
And Owen's going up and he's 3 here.
I would go ahead and move him down in classic because we don't have a lot of room to move him down.
Alan Dole.
And you're probably going to have to move Charlie down.
I know. See, so I'm having to go up now. So it's got to be Scott and Charlie.
Move down to.
My helper has
Second round in the original? Yeah, Wes is up now.
So we're good there. We're going to be good here.
But Scott and Charlie are close.
So I need to move them. That'll still give
When they come off the reel?
No, he laid the handle down on top of his and it got all messed up. And
Are they 015s?
Yeah.
I got plenty of spare sets if they're terrible.
Oh, they're
You're
okay.
welcome to a set.
I appreciate it, but I think it's just a matter of getting it off his, and then I can undo it all.
But if they're all kinked up, don't risk adding to our illustrious record here.
They're not it hasn't been good, has it?
Hey, we're doing great here right now.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Glad you said something.
Early windy when you were flying this time.
Yeah, I did. Well, I just peaked alone, so it doesn't matter. But these are 2
Oh, what fun would that be? Tell Zimmer the reason for.
How much of it shows up now on eBay and all?
Okay, here's our next subscriber project, building the big job. Now, unfortunately, we got a battery light just started flashing in this hot weather. Many times that means we got about less than a minute to shoot. We're gonna see how long, and the other battery's in the car on the cigarette lighter charger. So I hope we don't lose too much of the flight. Charlie Reeves with the big job.
Watching how a pro does it.
It's a good flying plane. I love the way this plane flies. This is what I'm building next year for VSC.
Really?
I'm building, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to join the Charlie Reeves fan club or the Keith Trossel fan club, whoever. I don't know who's the fan club belongs to.
Eddie Nacarado.
Eddie Nacarado, yeah.
Me up, done for the game.
Amateur hour's over, huh? The pros have taken over the contest, huh? Well, my battery light's lasting a whole old-time stunt flight. When a light comes on, usually you only got a minute or so, but is it better or worse in hot weather? What happens to batteries? They go bad when it's cold, not hot, right? You're a battery man.
They'll go bad when they hot. You have to cool them off before you can charge them. And
Look
then
at this nice landing.
When they hot.
Look how this thing lands in grass.
Oh yeah. And then when
Oh my God.
And then when you put them in the charger, take them out, let it sit for a while to cool off, then put it in the camera.
Charlie, you better get those plans to me in a hurry.
Yeah. All right. That's how a pro does it, huh? Sure they're done until this evening.
Now I know this is predestined. I believe in these things. When you started the motor, the battery light came on, which never goes more than a minute. It went to the end of your flight. God is saying,
Nice job. Thank you, Daryl.
I hear God saying, build a big job, Windy. Charlie Reeves will respect you.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe not that part. Maybe not the whole thing. That flies good, man. Now I'm even more psyched than I was before. That thing flies really good.
I like it, man.
It's the Addie Mae Club.
Yeah.
The top 20.
See, the problem is the hat won't fit.
Oh yeah.
The hat. We'll have to live with them all the rest of the season at the local club level.
We can adjust it a little bit. This shirt's gonna be ripe in 3 days.
Yeah, but you no, that's the truth. We went up to Lincoln Park, and we're sitting there. We're gonna go for a plane ride.
Yeah.
We're gonna go for a plane, and we look out the window, and here comes the Cessna, and boom, boom, boom,
Been there, done that.
So we look out. The plane pulls in front of the restaurant. The door opens, and Sleepy jumps out.
Straight scoop.
We didn't even know he was gonna be there.
No. Michael Ostello, his father-in-law, ex whatever, and
you should have come with us when we took the plane at Brodax and flew over Brodax. We had that plane for the whole day.
oh,
172, you could fit two people in the back.
oh yeah, it's a four place.
Who flies better?
He does.
What are you pointing at me? He doesn't even have a plane. You at least have a plane. It was your plane? 2 planes. But don't worry, we're going to challenge. Rich Jacobone's going to let you fly his Strega. And you don't have to worry, it flies backwards. You learn very quickly.
He's all hard. Is that what it means?
Tell me the truth, who's the most handsome guy here besides this guy? Because he doesn't count, he's too young. Take a look at my gray hair. Doesn't that impress you? Do you know how much money I have in my wallet right now? I got over $30.
Oh my goodness.
I could go to McDonald's and feed 4 people. We're waiting to see if anybody gets ahead of Buddy. Of course, it could happen, but he's in solid first place, has the last flight. Hey, this is Charlie Reeves's classic plane, the Super Aries that we saw in the lobby of the motel. Extremely smart decision. Professional decision. Saved the model. Charlie Reeves. Running Rich the whole flight, almost out of gas. Handled like a pro he is, Charlie Reeves. Hey, Charlie! Hey! Wow.
My son just got back from a trip to Europe.
Wow, and he got me one too, right? In fact, you could just give me this one and we'd be even.
Christopher got me one when he
They're
went,
nice. Look at this, has the thing on the front too.
Yeah, I like that on the front.
That is not, wait, I had the same hat. That hat is a good luck hat for me. So you won Old Time Stunt already. You're the winner. Okay, I got that flight on video. Got the winning flight. That's what always counts.
Who was third here?
And there's still people to fly in this circle. So Buddy has the last flight if he has to fly the second flight. Think of it, if you were more like me, there'd be two of us. What an asset to the world that would be.
Sit down, shut up.
It's funny, and his wife says it when I'm around. She says, "Why can't you be more like Wendy?"
It was a quarter mile, and they had to.
And I keep telling him, you got to make me look bad all the time.
Oh.
Oh, I got to go home. Karen wants lunch. So she can have lunch at home without you?
What an attitude. Buddy's nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs. Still some guys to fly.
Alan's the one that might have a shot.
Well, you still got a flight coming?
Yeah. I fly after Alan Brickhouse.
After Alan, and you're gonna fly in this circle here, right? I'm waiting to see that Blue Angel fly. The Buddy's over there, nervous as can be. There's still five guys left to fly. He's hoping his lucky Spitfire shirt is going to do what it always does for him. Make him the winner of Classic Stunt. No damage, just the pank. Didn't even break the prop.
Can't they lift the tank? I see it all falling.
Yeah, you don't do anything when Sean falls down. I come out here.
Yeah, you might want to address the center of the circle or something.
Yeah, I scratched that.
Stay off of it.
I don't need help falling down.
I was far away from it when I spilled.
Uh-oh. You found the slick spot. Maybe there's some bird dew out there.
We can put some if there isn't. you proud of him?
Yeah.
Are you proud of him?
Ben? Proud of Daddy?
You're proud of him? He got through on some pretty tough air here.
Yeah.
Pretty rough. Pretty windy. Okay, so we're back. We took a little break. It's getting hot out here. It's getting hotter by the minute, in fact. Bill Rutherford and Ryan Young were up here. Oh, they're still here. We're gonna go get some more tripod flights. Something we can look at back at the motel while we're cooling off. Get one or two more. Matt's with us. Jose's flying his shark. Did you get your cookies last night?
What's that?
Delivered to your room? How priceless is that? We invited him to a birthday party. Rather than be with us, the real men of the event, he chooses to go practice flying his space shuttle or whatever he was doing last night. Something unauthorized by the Arnowski stunt team.
I need 35 nitro.
I got plenty. How much you need?
35?
Dubby will have it down there by Pylon.
I might
Just
go over to
ask
Hobby
Dubby.
because the 10% wasn't enough in the space
Just ask
shuttle.
Dubby. Dubby's got gallons. I'm sure they got nitro down there. Now what's happening is the wind is shifting and I'm trying to keep track of it because of course the first choice is always to be downwind. But you see that bar of sun that comes through because of the way the Zeiss lens is, it just reflects off the lens. But what we're going to try to do is up next. It's going to be Kent, then I believe Dave Tribble. No, it's not Dave Tribble. I have to keep looking on this list all the time. Anyway, Kent. I'm trying to look right now. Anyway, there'll be somebody in between Kent and I, just so I can reference this when I go back and look at the footage. Is Dave Tribble's still flying now. And we changed the order a little bit. Ryan Young, Bill Rutherford's grandson, is going to be next. And then I'm after him. We've had a few more people join the circle. And it is actually some pretty nice conditions here. Now, unfortunately, it looks like the wind is shifting in a direction that's not in our favor as far as getting the camera downwind. I wanted to get at least one of my flights and one of Kent's flights from downwind so we could look at it, but probably going to have to wait. Anyway, Ryan Young is up next. He's getting pitted. So I want to get over there and get fueled and pitted and ready so I don't hold up the parade. Ryan Young flying a Trivial Pursuit. See if we can get a better. See, the sun is going to be a factor here. That's the problem. Not much we can really do about it, the way the wind is shifting. And I'm up after Ryan, so I'm going to have to get over there and pit. see what's happening. The wind is shifting by the minute. And wherever the sun is, it's going right into the sun, as it always does here, or more than likely. Jose's up next. I want to try to move the camera. This is Jose Modesto's flight, but given the fact we're not in a great position here, let's just see if we can. The wind is moving. We're almost going to have to move the camera every flight. And it's getting breezy right now. It's about 10:30, and the breeze is already up. Let's just see how this works out. Jose Modesto.
Cardinal manager has a phrase called "play a hard nine."
Yeah.
And which means even if you're behind, you keep playing until the last out.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was saying with this, you got to keep going until that last intersection.
Yep, yep.
And-
I know, because
and
I've done it for 20 years.
Yeah, he's been letting it go.
Matt Newman up next. Okay, Matt Newman. The Stuka. But only Rich has the personal plate, Stuka. So they've got their little rivalry going. Jose's working on some of his issues. He's going to go back to the motel and drill out the muffler. Like Resties has his muffler all drilled out. Some really fine details on this plane. If you look at it close, I'm not sure they show up on video. Some really nice ink work. A lot of little details, a little emblem on the rudder. Phil Granderson, I think, helped him out with that. Of course, all the badging for the normal Stuka. Matt Newman, check out the cool Fluker shirt he's got. Making Rich jealous. And next up, Rich Jacobone.
Well, it's not just pretty, it flies too.
So Rich's answer to this whole thing, he's going to use a lighter fluid on every start, I guess, but I guess it works. That's all that matters. Yeah, it's turned out to be a nice day. It's getting a little breezier as each hour goes by, but it's really been nice. Relative to all that rain, we'll take it. And that wind just keeps moving. Right into the sun. You actually could use the sun for your intersections here. Kent, you're up next? Okay. Off in the background, I'm not sure you can see it, there's a military helicopter. It looks like a military helicopter. Going around the perimeter of the field. Now you can hear it. Nah, the wind's moving. Moving for everybody too. Kent will be up next.
Hey, well set?
Now, who knows where the wind is moving now? It is just unbelievable. It goes right into the sun. Look at that. You couldn't make it worse. Kent Ticer. I don't know what Jose's doing in his plane. He's making some change or whatever. And as the wind is starting to come up, some of the people have decided to go for lunch, so this will move a lot quicker right now. Okay, this is going to be Dave Tribble again. You can see the wind has now changed once again. So we're almost going to give up here and just, whatever it is, it is.
Right here's what's where you got to be careful right now.
I know, right on the edge of that.
Coming up over there, you see it blowing me up about a foot?
Yep. Okay, you're not going to practice good level flight here.
No.
Not on this circle. You got to go over that one circle to do it. All right, unless somebody decides to cut in, I got to get pitted up. I'm up, and then I think Jose.